This is Dan's Reviews, and lately I've been thinking, I wonder what it would be like if Deborah and Dexter got together.
Has anyone ever died from crotch asphyxiation?
You have now crossed the line into inappropriate brother-sister exchanges.
I never thought that, but they're gonna give it to you anyway. You know, we learned a lot this season. Apparently, you can stand on a land of sand in a faraway land.
We stand out in the narrow sea with all the sand as we stand on our land, and we breathe air of the Lord.
God is the one with choice, Travis.
And you pretty much waste your entire time this entire season facing off against a villain that doesn't even exist.
A story about Jonah and the great fish. Jonah tried to run from God. He didn't get too far.
One day after watching Dexter. One fucking week after watching Dexter. One fucking month after fucking watching fucking Dexter.
That's the thrill of it though. So now, let's break it down. This is Dexter, Season 6. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another review today. This one's going to be doing another review for Dexter. This is our next seasonal review. This is for Dexter Season 6. So, holy piss on seaweeds, this season sucked. I mean, seriously, what the actual fuck did I just spend time watching? Ugh, I feel like the guys from Hangover when everything goes to shit the next day after just witnessing a horrible event. This season sucked monkey balls. This season was terrible. I can't get over how terrible the writing is for this season. This entire season, literally, this entire fucking season, I spent 12 episodes listening to people saying, oh, once we go on the mountains of sand, we will fall into the sand in the name of the Lord. And we will fall into the sand because if we don't fall into the sand, we will go fucking mental or some shit. I don't know what the fuck kind of writing happened here. This Scott Buck motherfucker that just took over this show. But holy shit, you can tell a difference. This is the first season where you can tell that there is a new writer. Season 5, you could kind of tell. Season 6 is awful. It is awful. To break down the plot of this season, because it is the most simplistic plot I've ever had to describe of this show. For about 9 episodes straight, you are dealing with a group of, well, really just 2 people. An old man who all he talks about is God. And Travis, who is like his assistant, I guess. And they basically go around taking these women and they basically try to kill them and they try to take them. And let me just specify the way they put this. This is absolutely horrendous writing. And what I'm about to say is their motto behind this. And I will repeat after them, as horrible as what it is, I will repeat after them. God wants us to get the whores and take them in the name of the Lord. Writers, have you lost your fucking mind? Are you okay? Like, what? I'm sorry, but this is the same TV show where we saw the Trinity Killer coming after Dexter, hunting him down at his own job, and tailing him the whole time, and being a freaky bastard this whole time. That is the same TV show as these guys that stand here and say, look at the horizons. Look at the sand we stand upon us in the name of the Lord. Look at our wonderful thing that we have built up in the name of God. And look at the wonderful whores that we capture. Like, are you fucking hearing this shit? This is ridiculous. Oh my God. This is some of the most embarrassing writing of all time. But anyway, to jump into it, let's jump into my positives I have of this season. Let's jump into the things I liked about this season. Alright, now for the negatives. What the fuck is wrong with this season? It is so fucking horrible. Literally, This whole season, alright, and I'm gonna break down this twist for you very easily. You know these people that sit around saying, oh, God is this, and the religion this, and the frickin' sand here, and we're standing on the whatever, and let's capture these women in the name of the Lord, and all this stupid shit. These two people that are doing this, these two fucking losers. Well, guess what? Apparently, this whole time, the guy, the Geller guy, the old man that you follow as the villain the entire time, oh, he's not even real. By the way, he's not even real. This entire season, even though Dexter has actual interactions with this guy, separate from anybody else, apparently this guy isn't supposed to be real. Apparently Geller is not a real guy. And apparently it's just Travis, his little butler, hallucinating him the entire time. That's right, the guy that you see, the guy that is talking about the name of the Lord and all this stuff, he's not even fucking real, guys. He's not even real. And they try to make you feel bad this whole season, and I actually, I have to admit, as generic as the writing was and as stupid as the dialogue was, because it's bad, literally, I think every 2 seconds they're talking about some kind of, religious, mentality or something. But here's the thing. On top of everything else, they actually give you an interesting storyline, which is what I hate. They give you an interesting storyline with Travis. Travis actually is kind of been forced into this life by this Geller guy. You know what I'm saying? And you find out he has a sister, and you find out that he actually lives a decent life, and then apparently Geller, the guy that he works with, kills his sister because Travis is getting too distracted at his job. And then you find out that Geller isn't even fucking real. He's not even a fucking real person? Jesus. I mean, holy shit. That is one of the worst twists I think I've ever seen of a TV show in all my life. You follow a guy, and first of all, it doesn't even make any sense. You mean to tell me this entire season that Dexter had interactions with a guy that wasn't even real when he's Travis's hallucination? How the fuck does Dexter know who he is? How the fuck is this guy even relevant? How is Miami Metro trying to track this guy down if he's been dead for a fucking long time? The twist makes no sense, and it's inconsistent in the writing completely. And you therefore find out that Travis is just crazy. We don't need to help Travis. Travis is a fucking nutjob, and he kills his own sister because he's fucking crazy. That is what you mean to tell me. What an utter waste of time. What an utter waste of a season. And I'm not even done yet. That's just the villain side of things, okay? On top of everything else, they waste time with these generic religious which, let me just say, I am not a very big fan of religious threats on TV. I think there's some that can be done well. I'm not saying they're all bad. I think some are good. But there's other religious villains on TV, and this being an example of one, where it's just the most generic writing I've ever seen. And it's just the most typical dialogue. But the problem is, it gets worse than any other religious group because they're not even fucking real. It's just Travis losing his shit. You mean to tell me that he killed his sister because, what, he just had to get Geller's approval or some random shit? Listen, the writing is all over the damn place. I couldn't even tell you properly what the hell the season's supposed to be about. I guess it's supposed to be about these religious guys that kidnap women and kill them. But I guess the guy isn't even real, and Travis is just losing his mind, and he killed his own sister because he's losing his mind. It doesn't make any sense. Honestly, fucking, oh my god. Seriously, what the actual hell is this season? And to get worse with it, okay, on top of everything else, you have some plots this season that make absolutely no sense. Quinn is this just drunk lunatic that it keeps hooking up with women every 2 seconds. It gets so bad that he loses his gun at one moment, which I will admit, this scene was funny. He loses his gun and he has to go to this woman's house. And you get this plot twist that he didn't sleep with this young woman. He slept with her mother. And she comes out and gives him his gun back. Quinn was an absolute joke. I really hate what they've done to Quinn this season. I really do. Because he's horrible. He's absolutely horrible. He's a joke of a character. And I used to be able to take Quinn seriously. This season, unbelievably stupid. I mean, seriously. Batista knocks the hell out of him. And he punches him a good few times in the street. Which I gotta say, thank you, Batista. Because holy shit. Seriously. Now, All right, you may ask, okay, what's going on with Deb this season? Deb this season is, you know, she got promoted. You got LaGuerta up her ass the entire season, which is a horrible, horrible storyline. And then you find out as she starts going to therapy. Yeah, Deb's going to therapy. Okay, which that drags too. But anyway, you find out that apparently she's getting sexual feelings for her own brother. I wish I was kidding. I'm not. She actually believes that she is getting feelings for her own brother. Now, they may not be brother and sister by blood, but that is still her fucking brother. And apparently the only reason why the writer's done this, and I found out about this later, apparently it's because the actor for Dexter and the actress for Deb apparently were married in real life around this time. So they built a storyline around them being in love, potentially. It's all in her head, and they even go out of their way to give you a dream sequence of them kissing each other. Yes, I'm not kidding. They actually give you a dream sequence. They actually give you a visualizer of what it's like to have Deb going with Dexter and sucking his fucking face. Now, another flaw with this season, I know, that's quite the theme of the review, right? Well, anyway, the next flaw of the season, they introduce, or I guess reintroduce, the ice truck killer, Brian, Dexter's brother, in a hallucination episode. We spend an entire episode hallucinating Brian while Dexter literally goes on this random-ass side mission for an episode. Where, you might ask? Because he finds out that apparently the Trinity Killer's family is dead. The only one from the Trinity Killer's family that's alive is Jonah. And they make it seem like the entire episode that Jonah went crazy and killed them, just to find out that actually no, they got themselves killed. And Jonah is just left alive. And you've got Brian, this entire episode, which I was just like, what the fuck at this point? You have Brian that literally is like hanging out with Dexter. He's like eating pizza with Dexter. He's like sitting there chilling with him. I'm like, how the hell is any of this happening right now? Like, what the hell? Like, the hallucinations were so bad. They were so unbelievable type hallucinations. And this whole season, I swear to God, it's like they knew the writing was bad. Every 2 seconds, they were like, yeah, do you remember the ice truck killer in season 1? You remember him? You remember all the crazy shit he did? You remember how intimidating he was? I swear to God, every 2 seconds, they bring him up. Like, I'm serious. I don't know why they kept bringing him up, but they did. And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to go back to that storyline. Admittedly, yeah. But we're not there, so stop trying to fucking redo it. Like, what the hell, you know? So that was desperation from the writers, if I've ever seen it, admittedly. That was just horrible. But that's just one of the problems. But that's another huge flaw I have with this season. So to make matters even worse, they literally give you a visualizer in Deb's dream sequence. That's right, she dreams about this shit. Of her, what it would be like if Deb and Dexter kissed and made the hell out on his couch. And that's just how it goes. You've got Dexter that makes out with Deb in a dream sequence. She's literally picturing how this would go down. And she's acting all playful with him, and she's acting all giddy with him and stuff. I'm like, this is your fucking brother! What the fuck? Well, fucking brother. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna fuck your brother. But still, I'm telling you, this is the stupidest shit ever. They literally give you a visualizer of what it would be like if she sucked on his face. And they literally sucked face in that dream. She probably would have sucked on other things too, but we didn't get there. So, I'm telling you what, they just butchered that storyline. I mean, they really butchered that storyline completely. And on top of everything else, okay, as if that wasn't bad enough, you've got Quinn that's a drunk idiot, you've got religious villains that are fucking generic and don't know how to talk like regular human fucking beings, and you get a realization that apparently this whole storyline was fake, this guy isn't even real, and Travis is just some nutcase, which he just dies at the end of the season anyway. And you've got Deb that wants to sleep with her brother, LaGuerta, who's one of the most annoying characters this whole season. And the season gets even worse, because as soon as you find out that these doomsday killers aren't even what they are to begin with, you just got Travis that goes on a killing spree. He manages to capture Batista. Yeah, fucking right, he manages to capture Batista. Awful. And you got the finale, which is just Dexter hunting down Travis this entire time. You've got a moment where Travis tries to burn Dexter in this ring of fire, which I'll admit, the visuals were nice. That was a well-shot scene, but, I mean, am I the only one that has to say, realistically, Dexter would have been dead there? I mean, I'm glad he isn't, but I'm just saying, realistically, Travis would have gotten Dexter, easily. And they make Travis get away with so much. After this horrible twist of his character, after this horrible storyline that they go through with him, he captures Harrison. He actually captures Dexter's son, and Dexter has to get him back. Which, of course, he gets him back. We all know that, of course. But it's... I can't believe how much leverage they gave this guy. This villain was terrible. This villain was absolutely horrendous. The only part about any of this that I liked, and I will highlight the positives of this season, because I know I've been saying a lot of horrible things. There are still a few things I like about this season. There's not many, but there are a couple. I genuinely love Batista. Masuka with his students and stuff, they're great. I like that little mini storyline. There's one guy that created this, like, gruesome video game, and Dexter basically said, like, why are you creating that? And he's all butthurt about it and stuff like that. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. But anyway, you know, I'm trying to think of other things I like. Like, Deb is fine up till the Dexter frickin', like, crush crap that she goes through. I don't know what the hell. But the writing is fucking terrible. The writing is horrible this season. And to cap it off, now I will say, despite all the horrible shit you go through this season, despite all the horrible writing that they make you suffer through this season, you genuinely get one of the best scenes of the entire series. And I'm going to highlight that. When Dexter finally gets Travis, when he finally gets him on the table, which was a relief in and of itself, it was nice to finally see that shitty villain be put to rest. But Deborah finds Dexter in the church, in the abandoned church, killing Travis. And Deborah realizes in that moment who Dexter really is, and she catches him in the act. Deb catches Dexter being the Bay Harbor Butcher the entire time. And they leave you on that cliffhanger. One of the most insane cliffhangers of television right there. When Deb finds her sister, when Deb finds her, brother, sister, I can't even keep track of it, because apparently they're lovers, I don't know. But she finds her brother in a horrible spot. Now he's caught. Now she finds him. So they leave you with that question of what's going to happen next, which season 7 is insane. So I'm in. I'm looking forward to covering that. Season 6, I've been dreading this review ever since I started the show. This is the one season you're going to catch me saying, garbage. Garbage season. Horrible writing, horrible decision making, horrible everything, basically. Besides a few things, there are things to like. I'm not going to say there's things that are bad, but in particular, the way they talk. The religious plot this season. Oh my god. I mean, seriously. They introduced one guy this season named Brother Sam, who was like a really cool character, and they just randomly kill him, and then that's just it. Like, he's not even a major character. Like, they make a pretty cool character out of this Brother Sam guy and stuff, and then they just kill him off like he was nothing. This season literally wastes your entire time. I genuinely believe that Deb should have found out about Dexter at the end of season 5. We did not need another season. We should have gone right into the story of 7, because this season is utter filler. It's awful. I have I got a 2 out of 10, and it's mostly because of the ending scene. The ending of this season was genuinely great. That ending scene right there with Dexter where, Deb catches him and stuff. But the rest of this season was fucking abysmal. This was abysmal. So, let me know your thoughts down below. Am I crazy, or is this season fucking stupid as all get out, and is an embarrassment to what the show was before? You can tell that this is not Clyde Phillips that wrote this. You can tell that they switched writers. And I think that's what makes it objective, too. Even if you like the season, I'm sure you can acknowledge it's not the early days of the show. It's not even the same writer, and the quality is clearly showing that. Dear God, this was bad. So anyway, we'll be back with 7. 6 was terrible. 6 was absolutely horrible. 2 out of 10 for this season. Genuinely a piece of shit. And hopefully 7 is a lot more fun to review. And I'm sure it will be, because season 7 has some genuine good stuff. But there you go, guys. Post comments down below. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe and you don't miss any other videos for Dexter. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Views Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos for Dexter. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.